Hey everybody. Uh, Club Fed Sean interviewed me the other day, and I'm going to show this interview on this channel. I'd like for you to go check his channel out, especially if you've done Fed time or you know somebody who's in the Feds, because that's mostly what his content's about. And he's a funny person. He makes you laugh, and I think you guys will enjoy his channel. So go check him out. But this is the interview that he did with me, and I hope you all enjoy it. Thank you.
Harvey.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on. I'm getting ready to take a job in New Mexico helping state inmates out there with this nonprofit. They offered me a job, but I'm a federal guy, so I need to learn about state prisons anyway. But I've been watching all your videos, and I know we just talked on the phone 29 years. How'd you do it? And I'm sure that's what everybody wants to know. I don't know where you want to start with your first day in prison, or you want to start with how you got to prison, but I was hoping you'd tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Then we'll talk about your channel and, whatever comes up. What do you think? You want to start from the beginning?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Okay.
Well, I grew up in a farm community, in southern Missouri. And I had a younger brother, 14. We did everything together. I was just like your typical kid,
Yeah. You were 17 and he was 14 at the time. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. And had a distant cousin that was abusing him and doing all kinds of shit, sorry about that, but
it's a prison channel, man. If people don't hear a swear word now and then.
All right. So my parents wouldn't listen to me. They didn't believe me, so I didn't have any other options. I felt,
Yeah.
So I went and killed this guy. And my lawyer told me that he talked to the prosecutor and that they said, well, even if what he's saying is true, he still hunted the guy down and shot him. Yeah. Which, that's not a lie,
Yeah, I know. I heard your story. This guy sounds like he was a real bully to your brother, right? Like beyond bully, right? Like evil bully, just like prodding him, just like. Do you think he would have ended up killing your brother eventually? Because he was pistol whipping him and everything else, right?
Yeah. Well, he didn't pistol whip him, but he threatened him with guns and other things, And I think if it hadn't been my brother, it'd been somebody else.
Yeah. And he didn't treat you like that?
Not really, no, huh?
Okay.
I think he just picked on people that was younger,
Oh, yeah, like bullies do, right? Sure. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because, this guy was worse than a bully. I had an evil cousin in my family too. He's long gone too, and somebody took care of him, but God took care of him. Not. But anyways, I understand, man. And you certainly did your time for that.
Oh yeah. Part of it's my own fault because he's going to give me 25 years, but I tried to escape and.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. You got to tell him the story about this guy brought I don't know how you got a file into a jail. Was it baked into the cake like you see in the movies? No. Somebody puts a file in. Tell these guys the story. This guy got a file into the jail, man.
It wasn't a file, but so my brother, these two guys I was in the room with, they was talking about escaping, and my brother wanted me out anyway. I was getting contact visits, and what they would do, my parents' family would bring clothes and other things up for me every weekend, and I'd send other stuff out. And it wasn't like you didn't have to wear jail clothes. You could wear your personal clothes.
Oh, really?
And
that must be juvenile jail. Yeah.
Right. Well, it wasn't juvenile. It was adult.
Really?
And it didn't even have a fence around it. But they would search through the bag, make sure there was nothing in there. And so my brother comes in, my family comes in, they search the bag. And after they leave the room, he goes, I think I forgot something in there. He reaches in there and just puts the hacksaw blade down in there. And
Wow.
when I was getting ready to go back to the cell, the jailer said, "Here, I got that for you," and he carried it back there for me. They wasn't too happy about that, you know.
So is a hacksaw? So you use that like to cut the bars or something?
Right.
Just like in the movies, huh?
Right. But what stopped us was the window. They had these roll bars. So if you tried cutting, the bar would just roll.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Right, right. So you're not getting anywhere.
You couldn't cut them. Right.
Did you actually?
But anyway.
Yeah.
I was
going
to
say, did you escape or just attempted?
It's just attempted to escape. We got out into the catwalk, but that's as far as we could get.
Oh,
you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't plan it out very well. Maybe.
So anyway, well, we did. You know, so anyway, I got a life sentence, and they sent me to the diagnostic center, and then from there they sent me to the Walls, Missouri State Penitentiary.
Straight to the penitentiary,
which was the roughest in the state at the time.
Sure.
Straight to it was, and the worst one, you know.
And the worst one. And it's your first time, man. So I got to ask you that first day when you walk into the penitentiary, man. You know, the first day in prison, I get a lot of guys that are getting ready to go to prison, and the feds, you get to turn yourself in a lot of the times, and you're on pretrial. But that first day in prison, everybody's, you know, that's the big day. So maybe you can tell me what that experience is like.
Yeah. Well, when I go in and they gave me all my stuff, there was like a weird smell. I found out later it was the state soap they made, you know?
Yeah, the Bob Barker special.
And the whole place smelled like. Yeah. Well, it was the state soap they made at the prison, you know?
Oh, they made their own. Yeah.
Weird looking soap. Yeah. And but yeah, I was scared to death. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I was scared, you know. And there's no ACs in that prison. That prison was built in 1834. And there's no ACs, no air conditioning. And they put me on the top walk in the R&O, and
so you got a bunch
of. You don't
have
to do anything. You're just sitting there and
sweating.
Yeah, 4 tiers.
4 tiers. So
I hear sitting sweating.
I heard the state prisons don't really have air conditioning, man. A lot of state prisons are like that, and man, when it's hot, God, that's like sitting in a sweat box, man. Shit.
Oh yeah, it was bad, you know. And
so let me ask you: in the Missouri penitentiaries, do you have to join a gang to survive, or can you make it on your own?
You can make it on your own.
Really?
I mean, it's always good. It's always good to have people that you hang around with, but you don't have to join a gang. You know.
They say that's not true in the federal penitentiaries. If you're on your own, you're not going to last, man.
You can't be I heard the same thing. You can't be a lone wolf in the feds.
Right. Now I was at the lowers at the camp and stuff, and that's totally different. We don't even have. I mean, there's cars, but they're like, it's not really. There is and there isn't. You know what I mean? It's a camp. Everybody's going home in like 5 to 10 years. Everybody's got to outdate, and we don't have fences and all that. But you know, guys come from the penitentiary and the mediums, and they work their way down to the camp, and they tell me the stories, man. I don't know if I could have made it in the federal penitentiary, man. I really don't know, man.
Well, they tried to many different times. I had people try to get me to join their little gangs and stuff, but I wouldn't do it, you know. I don't get me wrong. I was friends with some of the guys that were in gangs, but I never did join.
Yeah.
You know.
Let me ask you, a life sentence in the feds, I think, is actually 30 years. A life sentence in Missouri, is it 30 years or is it a life sentence?
They can let you out anytime. I seen some guys get out after 20 years, some after 23. There's one guy in there now. He's got 34 years in. You know.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess there's life without parole and life, but you didn't have without parole, right? You got out early on parole or something else? How'd you get out without doing life?
Well, they got 2 life sentences in Missouri: life with the possibility of parole and life without.
Okay.
I had the life with possibility, and so on my 6th time going up to the parole board, they gave me a date. I went up 6 times.
Wow, 6 times. Had you have given up on parole? I mean, that's 5 times getting denied. Where was your mindset? You know, had you just given up on it, or?
No, I never did give up on it, but you know, it's one of those things where when you go up for parole, you hope for the best, but you expect the worst. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, you don't really want to get your hopes up too much, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, you don't want to give up hope, because I think when you give up hope, it's pretty much your life's over, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen people go crazy in prison, you know, because their whole mind is set on the outside and the free world, and that's all they think about, and they just lose their minds, you know?
Yeah, sure. That could be. I mean, you set yourself up kind of that way, I think. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, so, the 29 years that I did, a lot of times, you know, it's weird. I'm going to try to explain it to you. Is like years went by fast, but days and weeks went by slow.
Oh, I know that feeling. I know that feeling. Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You get used to it. I only did like, a few years. After 2 years, I could, it's going by, and I could handle if they gave me 5 more years, I could have done it. But I know what you mean. But then there's those long days, there's watching the clock.
That's the way it always seemed to me. It seemed like the days and weeks went by slow, but before you knew it, the year was over. And it's strange. Yeah.
So right now we got Labor Day weekend, and that's how I marked that year was going to go by, because next thing it's Halloween, it's Thanksgiving, it's Christmas, it's New Year's, and it all goes by quick, man. Right after Labor Day. Yeah, the holiday season.
Before they got the tablets, most prisoners in Missouri, they didn't like they liked the holidays for the meals and stuff, but they didn't like it because there was no mail on those days, like.
Oh, yeah.
So
you guys have the tablets. I heard about the tablets. Yeah, I heard about those.
Yeah, you can email them now.
Aren't they expensive though? Like $5 a day or something?
I don't think they charge them by the day, but not that I know of.
Oh, okay. And maybe that's in the jail. We had emails in the feds, but it's 10 cents a minute. That's 10 cents a minute if you want to read your email or type it, it's 10 cents a minute. So you got to type really fast,
Wow.
Yeah. So that, yeah.
Yeah. I think here it's 10 cents to send an email, as long as it's not too long,
Right. Oh, but they don't time you while you're typing it. Oh, that's good. Now in the state, you guys get to have your own TV, right? We don't get that in the feds. You guys have your own TV.
Yeah, everybody has their own TV,
And you gotta wear headphones, I guess, with it, or can you just have volume on it?
You're supposed to wear headphones. Everybody's supposed to wear headphones, but they really don't say nothing as long as it's not too loud, Usually, like, you may wear headphones for a while, and your cellie won't, and then he'll put his on and you take yours off, kind of give your ears a rest,
Okay. Do they have TV rooms besides that?
Yeah, in the gym.
In the gym. Okay. All right. See, we had to go to TV rooms, period. And there was only 17 chairs in each little TV room. And you go to the white TV room, and, certain nights, you're not going to watch Breaking Bad in there unless you've been there 5 years and you got a chair. You know what I mean? And there was a 5-year waiting list to get the chair. You know what I mean? Wow. So yeah, I mean, there's certain times in the day nobody's watching and stuff, but they got their shows at night. Animal Kingdom was the #1 show. You ever seen that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the most popular show when I was in prison. That and Cops and 60 Days In and all those.
Yeah, that's true. But in Missouri, if somebody didn't have a TV and when the yard and the gym opened, they just go to the TV room and watch. There wasn't no like waiting list or anything. You just go in there,
Yeah.
and pull up a channel.
So what's good time like in the state prison?
We don't really have a good time. I know a lot of states have a thing like you do like a year and they take so much off.
Yeah, or every day you work, you get 1 day off your sentence, stuff like that. No,
they don't do that in Missouri.
So you do 100% of your time?
No, you do usually about a third of your time if it's your first time.
So is that maybe the good time then? You do a third of your time.
Right. But if it's your second time at conviction, then you do like 2/3 or something like that, 66% or something like that.
Wow. We do 85% of our time in the feds, no matter what.
There were some people in prison that was doing 85%, and they got sitting on the 85% law, and you'd always hear them talk about rumors going around. Oh, they're getting rid of the 85%, but it never happened,
Yeah, that's inmate.com. I look that up all the time. Yeah. There was a big rumor that all the female prisons in the feds were going to shut down and females from now on would get home confinement. And everybody was believing that one. I heard every month it's a new rumor. Yeah. So we're going to get 50% time. They're going to shut down the camps. Everybody's going to a medium. I mean, I heard everything, man.
I think what it is somebody starts a rumor or somebody hears something and people are wanting to believe it so much that they do believe it,
Yeah. So now, didn't you work your way down a couple different levels? You started at the penitentiary. Didn't you work your way down to some lower level prisons?
Well, I was always, for almost my whole 29 years, I was either a 5 or a 4. And I started out as a 5. They lowered me to a 4 and I went to Farmington. And I got charged with a number 3, which was dangerous contraband. They sent me to Potosi, which is level 5. I got knocked down to a 4 again. I went to Bowling Green. And when I was there, Licking had already opened, South Central Correctional Center, but they had 3s and 4s in, and the feds or somebody told them, this is a level 5 prison and you got 3s and 4s in there, get them out. Oh. So they got them out of there. And so they raised a bunch of people's level up to 5s just to put them in that prison.
Oh man.
So I got, so I got raised back up to 5 and didn't do nothing to get it,
Yeah, they just didn't want to do. They didn't want to bother doing all the transfers. We'll just change them on paper. Yeah, that sounds like the government for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how about jobs in state prison? I mean, do you have to work? Do you want to work? Do you get paid if you work? Talk about that if you can.
In the high level prisons, at least in the men's prison, it's mandatory that you work 90 days in food service.
Okay. 90 days a year, or what do you mean?
No, just like if you just get there, you'd have to do 90 days and then you can find another job if you wanted,
Now, is there, I did food service too. Is there a certain group that runs the kitchen? I mean, I know the COs think they do, but you know what I mean? Is there like a car that runs the kitchen, or how's that work in food service over there?
Is there like a guard, you said?
A car, a race car. There's certain, like, do the Pisas run the food service, or the blacks? Or...
Oh, no. I mean, you have people that's over there that had the job for a long time, and they don't really like people coming in and maybe getting certain positions and stuff, but it's not like anybody really controls it,
Okay, that's how it was in my food service, but I since you're at those higher levels, I didn't know if how they're run. How was the food? How was the food in Missouri in their prisons? Pretty bad or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
I mean, some of it wasn't too bad, I guess. I mean, the pizza was like the school pizzas, but most of it was bad.
Did you get real? Did you ever get real meat? Like in the feds, it's the same menu for every state, every federal prison. On Thursdays, the most popular day, it's chicken day, and you get a quarter piece of baked chicken every Thursday, and that's and everybody, that's like, did you guys have anything like that?
Well, we had chicken on certain days, but it went on a 6-week cycle, and then it would start over.
Yeah,
and some of the food was real meat and stuff, but they took the pork out because the Muslims was saying they couldn't eat pork, and they didn't want to have two different things for and the Jews and the Muslims they didn't want the pork, so they took pork out. They give you for pork, except for on the holidays, they give you pork on holidays, but any other time they give you like turkey ham, which
that might as well be bologna ham. Yeah. Yeah. See, I mean, I can still remember on Tuesdays it was a fish patty for lunch. Wednesdays was a hamburger. Thursdays was chicken, and Fridays was usually chicken fried rice. And we had a meatloaf night now and then, and we'd have a roast beef night, and you'd get a really thin slice of real roast beef. But I mean, it was the same. It was the same kind of every day, but it wasn't that bad. But I mean, I don't know. How was your breakfast? Did you get pancakes, French toast, cereal? What kind of stuff?
All that. Yeah. That was probably the most edible meals was breakfast. But you mentioned meatloaf. To me, that's like cooked cardboard to me.
Yeah. Well, I ended up being helping out the cooks towards the end there. And I mean, we had our own recipes. The guards let us, and we used real stuff, Well,
no, this stuff, it was already like pre-sliced and stuff, like it came in and then they just cooked it, It's like
yeah. So I was wondering how much one of these cost on your commissary. Can you see this? It's a soup.
Ramen noodle.
These are 25 cents where I was.
29 when I left, it was 29 cents. When I first got to prison, it was 12 cents.
Oh, okay. 12 cents. That's cheap. So at a county jail, the county jail here in San Francisco area, $1.65 for one soup. Can you believe that?
That's crazy.
$1.65 for one soup, man. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
I think I would have to stop eating them.
Yeah, right. So are you still on parole?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how long did they give you for that?
They told me they was thinking about letting me off after 5 years.
Right.
But they don't have to. 5 years will be in November, and I have to go see them again. But they said there's some shuffling going on, so they said they probably won't know anything till January. So
it's coming up close, though, right?
Yeah.
I got about a year. I got about a year left on my probation. They gave me 3. So I can't wait till I still got to pee in that damn cup. Did they got you peeing in the cup? I mean,
I've done it one time since I've been out.
Oh shit. Yeah. My guy shows up all the time. That's what I got in my hand. I mean, I'm sick of peeing in it. For 10 years, I've been peeing in a cup for 10 years, man. 4 years on pre-trial, 3 years in prison, a halfway house, still now a couple years on probation. Did that? It gets old, man.
Yeah, I bet it does. Yeah, they just have me send an email every 3 months.
Oh, okay. I do a monthly thing online, but he shows up to the house whenever he wants. I got a new guy now that's like a super cop. I don't know. The other guy was nice. Huh? Yeah.
This one will too. I mean, he'll just show up and he said, "Oh, I just happened to be in the neighborhood." You know?
Sure. Yeah. All those years in prison, man. I mean, who could not you didn't come out hard. I can tell. I meet guys I'll go to like a Narcotics Anonymous meeting, and I can tell who's been in prison just as soon as they talk. It's in their voice.
Right.
They got this hardness, and you don't have that. And you did 29 years. How did you keep your sanity, your realism? You're so humble, and you got a likable personality, man. I don't know if you know that your channel is gonna grow like wildfire, man.
I don't know about how my sanity is, but I don't know. I've always just been a good person, and it really bothered me especially when I was at Missouri State Penitentiary, because I had to kind of shut everything down. I couldn't, if I seen somebody bleeding, I just had to keep going. I had things that didn't involve me. I didn't see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It didn't concern me. I had to just keep going.
Yeah, I remember one time I was going to use the bathroom, and there's two guys blocking the door, and they go, "You need to go upstairs and use that bathroom." And I go, "But I really got to." They go, "You need to go upstairs." I go, "Yeah, I got you." And I went upstairs, and I didn't need to know, but I know somebody was getting it, but none of my business, man. I almost asked twice, but I know, but so I did the same thing, man. Just keep walking.
Right.
I don't want to know. I'll hear about it on the track in 3 days, anyways.
Stepping over people laying on the walk, like the tears, like laying there bleeding. I just learned to step over them and keep going, and just grab the rail, make sure you don't slip in the blood,
Yeah.
But but she's over there going.
Hey, I wanted to ask you on your intro on your videos that what band is it? That's not from Dog the Bounty Hunter. What band is that's not Ozzy, is it? Who is that? That music you use?
I don't know. It's music that was on Filmora. It's just
she got it from
sample track. I can look it up.
She's going to look it up, but she got it from Filmora, where she does her editing.
Oh, okay. So you don't know the name of the band, do you? That song sticks in my head, man. It sounds like that Dog the Bounty Hunter intro, man. But
I never even thought about that until you said that. But yeah, she's looking it up now. She's going to find the band.
Well, I don't know who's doing your video with the music and the pictures, because I'm all over the place on mine. I keep changing my mind. I don't know if it's you or your wife doing it, but they're doing a good job. You got it timed just perfect. It's like 20 seconds. A couple of pictures of a prison and some people, and then straight to your video, and you're doing a good job. Whoever's doing that.
She's doing it because I could never do something like that.
Yeah.
I ain't got to know how to do that.
She does a good job. She does a good job. Yeah. So you got your 1,000 subscribers now. So you talking about the Google AdSense. She said you got to sign up for that. To get monetized, so you get monetized.
But I need 4,000 hours, and I've only got like a little over 2,000.
That's going to change right now. All you people out there that are watching this video, you need to watch Harvey Talks Prison all the way through and watch every video. I'm going to get you those watch hours. I'm going to get you those because I've had over 100,000 views. I don't have a lot of subscribers, but I've had over 100,000 views. And I got some regular followers and stuff. I'm going to make sure they watch your channel. And I know they're going to get hooked. You'll get your watch hours, man. We'll change that. Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll change that. I'm going to put links on this video to your YouTube channel. And I'll put a little thing up above, Harvey Talks Prison and stuff. You know what I mean? But I'll do what I can to get you, because that's what we do, man.
I appreciate it. And when you're done uploading the video, what was the name of that band?
Moon.
Moon is the name of that band.
Moon. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's catchy.
It is kind of catchy.
Yeah. I hope I hope it's copyright free. So when your channel gets monetized, Google won't let you. Well, I mean, YouTube will still let you do it. If the band doesn't mind, then YouTube doesn't mind. But if you were trying to do, like, Creedence Clearwater Revival song or something, they'll copyright it. You got to have their permission. I think you'll be all right on that song.
Right. Well, it's on More, which is a thing for editing. They got the music on there for
It's the copyright free.
It's a copyright free one.
Oh, great. So she knows what she's doing. Yeah, there's websites to get copyright free music and videos and all that. So she's up. She's up on it.
I'd already be in trouble.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you, in the state prisons, how's the problem with cell phones? People sneaking them in?
There's some, but I don't think it's as bad as the other states are,
It's real bad in the feds. It's real bad. Yeah. I mean, we had about 500 inmates where I was at, and at least 100 had a cell phone, if not more. Yeah.
Oh, it's not like that out here.
But if they catch you, they send you to the next level, and they take away all your good time, and they give you a shot, and they're always looking. But
when I got dropped, finally got a pro date, and I got dropped to a level 1. Finally. I thought I was enjoying it. I thought, well, I'm going to a level 1, good. I got down there and I hated it. I wanted to go back to the level 5.
You know what? See, I hear that. Me going to a camp, guys would work their way down, and they would tell me, they wouldn't talk to me at first, but like after a year, they figure out, they run my paperwork or whatever. They know I'm a good guy, and they'd say, we can't stand it here. You got no structure. You got no prison codes. You got snitching everywhere. You got people sitting at other people's tables. No order.
Right.
You got no shot. The shot callers are a joke here, if that's even a shot caller. And they said we can't. But they said we have to bear it. Guys, I'm out in 2 years. I got to do it. But he goes, I can't stand it here. I'd rather be there. And see, I didn't come where he came from. So, and I didn't really have the politics. And, it takes a while for those guys to want to talk to a guy. I was there on a white collar crime. They hate guys like me. They don't want nothing to do with me. But after they see, the guy's a drug addict too, and he's been in trouble. I did both kind of crimes. And I don't know, after they see your character, they'll talk to you, but guys will just ignore people. The guys from the penitentiary would ignore everybody. They hated it there. So I understand that.
Right. Well, you had people that would bump into you and then wouldn't apologize. They just keep on going, and they didn't realize they did it. Oh,
no. Like when I was at, we had respect. Everybody opens the door for you. We had a lot of doors going in hallways, and you open the door. Unless the guy's 50 feet away, but if he's 20 feet away, you're going to open the door and you're going to wait that minute for him to walk through. And it's just a courtesy. Did you guys do that kind of thing? Did you guys open doors for each other?
Younger guys would hold doors open sometimes for the older guys, Yeah. Like, come on through, old head. I got you. But that was just a respect thing. But most time, if they're going through the door, they just let it shut. If there's unless somebody was like right behind them.
Yeah. All right. Anything you want to talk about, Harvey?
No, I just want young people that's out here acting a fool to realize that it's not a game. It's not cool. You need to stay out. You're going to be in trouble when you come in, and especially now, South Central Correctional Center, I'm getting phone calls from people, and it's gotten worse. I mean, it's just a mess there because they're low on staff. There's stabbings every day, all kinds of stuff. It's gotten out of control there, And so if you're in Missouri and you get in trouble and go to prison, that's what you're going to get into, But, when I got out, I had a couple young people say, "Oh, you was in prison. That's cool." There's nothing cool about it.
Yeah.
There was nothing cool about that 29 years.
Right. No, I know. To some guys, some kids, you're a hero. I mean, yeah, I get it. I mean, they think it's cool. It's not cool, man.
Well, I mean, I kind of understand people appreciating what I went to prison for. But being in prison itself is not cool, is what I'm trying to say. You know?
No, I get you. I get you, man.
Yeah, you know, but that's what I want. That's the message I want out there. You know, you just get your act together, you know?
Yeah.
Think about your decisions.
Now, what do you think the average age is in the state prisons in Missouri?
It's probably 20s.
20.
You know,
So it's the youngsters. I mean, I'm in my 50s.
Yeah,
I'm in my 50s. I went to prison when I was 52. You'd think I would have known better. I should have known better when I was 20. And we got a lot of older guys in the feds. And, you know, we're just knuckleheads, man. You know, we just, you know, I should. I mean, I'm done
like
now.
Like that.
I'm done.
Seems like it's always been.
Yeah.
You are?
I learned my lesson now, but I'm 50, you know, I'm 57. I'm a little too late, but you know, I'm not going back. Not going back.
Good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like most people come to prison is in their late teens, in their 20s, you know, and it's a different caliber of people than when I first came to prison too, you know.
Yeah.
They think different, you know. There for a while they called snitching getting down first. What? You know, because what they meant is they're going to tell on somebody before somebody tells on them. I'm not snitching. I'm just getting down first. That's telling.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it is, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all changed in prison. People are I mean, snitching's almost a way of life for some of these guys out there, you know. I mean,
and then you got people just coming up and hitting people. They don't want to go to PC or let everybody know they're going to PC. So they'll go up and they'll attack somebody in front of a guard and get locked up. And that's how they get off the yard, you know?
Yeah. So listen, any advice for my viewers that are getting ready to go to prison, even though they're going to federal prison, but their first week there, you got some advice for them how to act?
Yeah. If they're tested, stand up for themselves, you know, don't back, because that's all it is a test to see how they're going to act. And I don't know how they do it. I'm just going by off the state, how it is in the state. So it might be a little bit different. I don't know. But and respect everybody's, you know, other people and their property, you know. You know, don't pick up somebody's property unless they say you can, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about, can you say some words to the family that's out there while somebody's in prison? You got any advice for the family that's waiting for their loved one to come out of prison?
Yeah, it's going to be a hard ride, you know, depending on how much long time it's going to be tough, but you know, just try to hang in there and stay with them, you know, show them some support and love, you know, because that's what they need.
Yeah, and write them letters, right?
Oh, letters, accept phone calls, you know, whatever, you know, but they're going to be needing that, you know.
Yeah.
Trust me, they enjoy that, you know, that means a lot to them. They appreciate it.
To me, a letter was worth more than a phone call, more than an email, because I can hold it, man. And I can hold it all, you know what I mean? And I know that they put time and effort into making that for me, writing that for me.
Wow. That's them letters are precious.
Yeah, I still got all mine. I brought them home. How about people coming out of prison? Now you've been out like 4 years, so it doesn't look like you're going back. How'd you do it?
Stayed out of trouble, you know. I don't hang around people that were getting in trouble, you know. I do my own thing, you know. I'm in a small community, so there ain't a whole lot of stuff going on anyway. But I don't want to be around the drugs and any of that, you know.
So give up your old running buddies and your, you know, that kind of, you know, don't go back to that. Don't go back to your old gangster buddies and friends, right?
Right, exactly. You know, I still have friends I grew up with, but I'm just not around them, you know.
Yeah. Love them from a distance, right?
Right. Yeah. You stay way over there, you know. But yeah, you know, just keep your nose clean, you know, and don't. Some people getting out have a hard time finding a job. Don't give up, man. Please don't give up. You don't want to go back. You know, I know you don't. You know, just somebody will hire you, especially in these days. You know,
yeah,
somebody's
right
going to hire you.
They need workers right now.
Exactly.
You would think they cut off unemployment, but nobody wants to go back to work. Now's the time
Right.
to go get their jobs. Go take their jobs.
Exactly.
Then. Yeah.
Exactly. You can get a job now, you know. So yeah, I don't want to, you know, a lot of ex-cons, they despair when they get out, you know, because they feel like it's hopeless. It's not. You know, you can make it. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, Harvey, if you come back on the channel another time, I'd love to have you. I think we'll wrap this one up. But if you need me to come on your channel, whatever, I'm gonna do everything I can do to get you those watch hours, get your channel going. Harvey, I just want to thank you so much for coming on here. Harvey Talks Prison, guys. If you made it this far in the video, you better be watching his channel. And Harvey, you do a video every day, it seems like, right?
No, I do them about Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays while I try to do them.
Okay. Yeah, the more you put out there, the more the likes, the algorithms grow and all that. I used to do them every day. I've been doing them about 10 months now. Now I just do a couple a week. But, if I get more time, I get more time. But when you first start off, they do 3, 4, 5 a week, and it makes your channel grow. But you're growing so fast anyways. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't listen to me. You're going to be way ahead of me. You're going to have double my subscribers in a month's time. You watch.
All right.
You're going to
appreciate you, man.
You're going to be a big channel, man. So, I wish you the best in life. Thank you so much for coming on the channel. You got my number. You call me anytime, okay?
All right.
All right. God bless, man. And I'll send you this. I need your email address to send it to you. So text me that.
All right. I will.
Okay. All right, man. I'm going to get this thing uploaded and whatever. All right. Thanks.
Thanks, man.
You bet.